I am bigger than my fears. I am bigger than my fears. My name is Quishara Halliburton, and I'm the CEO of Quishara Detroit Publishing. Today, I am talking about fear and getting past fear. Last week, myself and 7 other phenomenal women launched our book, Unstoppable Gems. Women just like you, sharing what we live and do. And in our book, we talk about basically helping women, no matter where they are in life, to accomplish your goals and dreams. So we offer inspiration, motivation, and empowerment so that you can follow your dreams. And we also have actionable steps in the book to get you started with following your goals and dreams. And it's an international bestseller. So if you're looking for the hardcover book, we'll have those shortly. Our first phase was you could get the book, an ebook, for 99 cents. Now the second phase is we're going to have the actual physical books available soon. So if you want a physical copy, please send me a direct message. I'll be more than happy to ship it out to you anywhere in the world. Another thing I want to talk about today is just getting past fear and flying fearless. So in my chapter, I talked about experience that I had where I had to let fear leave and just go ahead and do something that I was apprehensive about doing. And you can read it in the chapter 7 called Flying Fearless. So let's talk about fear. What is fear? Fear is an emotion. It's an unpleasant emotion that causes us to feel like there's some imminent danger around us. And when we feel like that, sometimes it causes us to have heart palpitations. It causes us to, sometimes you could, may sweat, or you may feel like withdrawn, like you don't want to be around anybody when you're feeling this fear. And so I started to research fear, and I came up with a few fears that people face. Number one, a fear of heights. In my story, in my chapter, Flying Fearless, I talk about how I had a fear of heights and I was scared to go ziplining, but I ended up going, and it was an experience that changed my life. Another fear is a fear of failure or success. I had that too. A fear of looking incompetent and not knowing what you're doing, and just not knowing the steps to accomplish your goal, but you have to go ahead and do it scared. Number 3, a fear of public speaking. There are so many people that have a fear of public speaking. I just went live and I was just talking about a scene on in Brady Bunch where I said it was Jan, but I think it was Marsha. She had to give a speech in front of some, her classmates, and she was scared. Or I don't know if it was her classmates or somebody, but her, one of her teachers, I believe it was her teacher, told her to imagine the audience in their underwear. When she imagines the audience in their underwear, then it will give her the courage, because they look ridiculous in their underwear, right? And you're fully dressed. Give her the courage to go ahead and give her speech. The next fear is a fear of insects, spiders, bees, the fear of animals like snakes, dogs, and mice. Another fear is a fear of flying, kind of like the fear of heights. A fear of enclosed spaces. Somebody may be claustrophobic, where you can't be in tight spaces. You feel like, you're closing in. Someone's closing in on you. A fear of going to the dentist. Sometimes you may have a fear of going to the dentist because you're like, oh my God, I'm going to feel so much pain in the dentist chair. Another thing is fear of thunder and lightning. So those are some fears. And one of my major fears in life was a fear of failure. I'm the kind of person, I like to, I'm like a very, how would I say? I'm the kind of person that likes to accomplish goals and dreams, like many of you do, but I like to know what I'm doing. I don't want to seem incompetent. I don't want to try something and fail, because it just will just tear my world apart. A lot of times, in my past, I would not accomplish goals and dreams because I felt like I would fail at it. And it was just a self-sabotaging behavior or thoughts that would stop me from, just pursuing some goals and dreams, because I kept thinking about, oh, what if I fail? And sometimes you self-sabotage yourself by keep thinking that you may fail. And then when you think that you're going to fail, then, that may just happen. But the funny thing is, I never really failed at things that I was, trying to accomplish. It's just a fear and just talking yourself out of moving forward. It's just a self-sabotaging behavior that makes you stand at a standstill. It gets you stuck. And it's just a mind thing that you have to get your mind free so that you can accomplish your goals and dreams. Now, I also talked about how fear makes you feel. How does fear make you feel? Does it make you feel like you're stuck? Does it make you feel like you are paranoid because you're fearful? Do you feel like being isolated? How does fear make you feel? And I also talked about how the Bible tells us, for God has not given us the spirit of fear, but he's given us power and of love and of a sound mind. So that when we dwell upon the power that God has given us, the fear will dissipate. But it takes time, and it takes for you to reprogram your mind. Because if you're thinking in your mind fearful, sometimes fear is such a powerful emotion that it stays there until we move forward. And sometimes that fear, if you do not move forward, that fear just stays there, and you can be fearful, and you can just stay in that feeling for years to decades. But you have to get out of that feeling. You have to sometimes just acknowledge that you have the fear and start moving forward, accomplishing those goals and dreams. So I have 5 ways to overcome fear. Number 1, acknowledge the fear. Acknowledge that you're fearful about something. Number 2, sit with the fear and discover the root cause of the fear. Is it something that happened in your childhood? Is it something that happened, in your past? Why are you fearful? Figure out why you're fearful. And sometimes that may take speaking to a mental health professional, talking to a friend, a family member, whatever it is, find the root cause of that fear. And the next step is to acknowledge the fear, speak against it, and face it head on. Do the thing that makes you scared. If it's safe. If it's like, you have a fear of spiders or dogs, don't put yourself in the presence of spiders and dogs. But I'm saying it's something that's going to help you accomplish your goals and dreams. Stand in it and accomplish those goals. And then don't let fear cripple you. Keep going, stay active, keep doing that same thing over and over again until you become an expert. Okay? So I hope this helped you today. And thanks so much for tuning in to Flying Fearless.